This is why fake it till you make it is so stupid. We've all seen the guys on Instagram who look like they have money that are posting all this stuff, trying to pose as business guys on Instagram, showing the nice watches, showing the cars that aren't theirs, showing all this stuff, but it's like, dude, you're not all that, man. You see, they try to act like they have all this money. They try to act like they have the fruits, but they don't do any of the work. And this is the dangerous part about fake it till you make it. You see, a lot of the times when people hear fake it till you make it, they take it as think you're important, even though you aren't. You see, this fake it till you make it becomes a facade for them, a wall for them to hide behind. It's not only lying to everyone else, but I mean, honestly, you're lying to yourself too, right? Don't try to be or don't try to look like you are this ultra successful guy. Just be successful. You see, here's the thing. The most successful guys that I know, people who have 1 million in their bank account right now, they don't go and show it off. They don't need to go and show everyone every little thing to do they do to make themselves seem like they're business owners and do all this stuff. A lot of them don't even have their businesses on their Instagram. They don't post anything regarding how much money they have, or they don't post what they got. And you see, let's break this down. A lot of the times, instead of doing the work to be successful, they act like they're already there. And so you post it on Instagram, you go tell all your buddies, yeah, I'm this, and that guy. I have this business, I have that business, even though there's no fruits of it. They're not really, you can get an LLC for $100, and they go and present all this stuff. And you see, the thing is, they get the societal benefit of it. You get the followers on Instagram, you get the girls, you get the big business guys, or you're trying to get there with them, and you see all these guys that are trying to be entrepreneurs looking up to you, and you get the satisfaction of it before you have even done any work. You get the fulfillment of it even though you haven't done anything yet. Faking it only gets you so far. Lower your ego. Faking it only gets you so far. Lower your ego. Networking only gets you so far. What truly connects you to these big business guys? You see, the thing is with these big business guys, they see dudes like this all day, man. They see dudes who are trying to look like they have money. These dudes that are trying to say that they're up there with them. These dudes that are faking. They seen it. And they hate on those guys so hard, bro. Like, I've been in talks with these people and they just hate on these guys all day. I've even heard this one guy that I know, he was talking about this guy that he had hired, and he was trying to act like a big dog. And he's like, dude, this guy was trying to like act like he was right there with me, that, everything he said was as important. And I said, of course, this guy's fat ego. I'm not going to lie, bro. Piece of crap guy, huge ego. Successful as hell, huge ego. But he was like, dude, who the hell is this guy? He hasn't done anything. I'm done the work. I've done everything, and he's trying to act like he's all right there and buddy buddies and everything. He's like, dude, you're still a loser. Of course, with the ego and everything. But the point is that faking it only gets you so far. Faking it only gets you to looking good in front of the people who don't have. And that's the key right there. You see, what truly connects you, what truly levels you up in society, and what truly helps build those connections with those people who you want to be around, or be like, or be in your network, or be in your friend group, those higher level friends, is one, the hard work, obviously, you doing your thing, but authenticity. You see, everyone lacks authenticity nowadays. And the ones who lack it the most are those fakers on Instagram that we all see. You see, Confidence isn't about trying to show confidence. It's in being. Confidence isn't about, oh, I'm confident. You know that retard. We've all seen him in school. It's in silence. It's like the loudest guy that, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna fight you. Those dudes are the ones that don't know how to fight. They think that they act like if they got all this stuff that, you know. But you see the black belt in jiu-jitsu. You see the Muay Thai fighter who's been fighting in Thailand. Anytime anyone tries to beef with them, oh, I'm sorry, man. You know, my bad. Sorry. No. But then the guys who are trying to act all tough, you know, they have something to prove. And that's the thing, right? It's having something to prove or feeling like you need to prove yourself to others. And that's ultimately the root of this faking on Instagram. Having something to prove to other people. You see, confidence is silent. Insecurities are loud. Now, I mean, if we look into Jung's idea of the shadow, right? What does this... I mean, what would we even call it? It would be like... How would you even describe this? We could say a psychopathic, narcissistic tendencies if you want to go by the dark triad definition. But anyways, all these things tell us something about ourselves. These are only symptoms of a deeper down problem. Now, from the outside looking in, I mean, what does it look like? It looks like an unhealed wound from being put down or feeling lesser than others. And the peacocking is sort of a way to prove to others that they're on the level or above other people. But it all comes from an insecurity of not feeling there. You know what I mean? Feeling below. Maybe feeling below their own ideal. And that's interesting too. Feeling below the ideal. I guess I noticed in a lot of these guys that we see on the internet, like, these guys want to look like they're these type of dudes. When they're not putting in the work. They're not doing anything. They're trying to pretend like they hit their ideal. To gain that satisfaction. I don't know, interesting thought. Anyways, let me keep going here. So this pseudo overconfidence is a wall that we put in order to protect our image from others, or to protect our image to what others think about us. But why does that matter, right? Shouldn't we all not care what people think about us in a healthy extent, right? Should we not care people's judgments about us when we're doing everything that we have to do? And you see the dudes that are down, or you see the dudes that are grounded, who have accomplished their goals, who are fulfilled. They don't have the need to show all this stuff off. They don't have the need to look all important on social media, to look all important in front of their, the people they went to high school with. They don't have the need to do that because that's just who they are now. And we don't realize we do things a lot of the times. Or we don't realize why we do things a lot of the times. A lot of the times it's just we cope to ourselves, but the real reason why we're having these symptoms or we're doing these things is really buried deep down within us. Even sometimes I'm like, it bothers me so much, and I'm just like, why does it bother me so much? It even gets me mad just thinking about that. But the main takeaway from this, what I was thinking about is, this whole fake it till you make it, trying to look important in front of people, trying to look like you already got it. it comes from a lack. This wall, this fortress, wanting to appease others or gain the validation of others. It's all from a lack of having that, right? Now, someone who is fulfilled, how would they live? Is someone who's has all the money, do they care to go and show it off to everyone? Right? And of course, there's the millionaires that are all fighting to look better than each other. But even then, that's all it is. They're trying to look better than each other. But why does that matter? Why should we bow down to this game, the society, not society that we give ourselves, the stupid game that we submit to in fighting with someone else's ego? You see, a lot of these dudes, you know, we look at them, these guys with these big businesses, these guys that are growing, these guys who, you know, pay their parents' house off, who are taking care of their moms, who are millionaires, you know, and we want to be like them so bad. We want to be where they are so bad. But I've had to look into some of these people's lives, and you know, you ask them, what's the meaning of all this? What's the point to our existence? What's the point to all this money? You know, what's the end? Why are you doing it? And they never have a good answer for it. They never have a good answer for it. You see, money solves a lot of problems, but money doesn't fulfill you. Money shows who you really are. I said this in a previous video. If you're a drug addict before you had money, then you're just going to be buying more expensive drugs once you get money. If you were sad and depressed before you got money, then guess what? With all the money in the world, you're going to be alone in your mansion. You know? So that's why I think it's so important. You know, I'm into business too. I'm into growing all this stuff. But I think that's why it's so important to do the work in yourself too. To take care of yourself, to grow. But yeah. Confidence and silence. Confidence is silent. Insecurities are loud. You don't need to always be showing everyone everything you're doing. You don't always need to try to prove yourself to other people. Sometimes my mom gets mad at me because my mom and I have a clean business as well. But when we go and clean or we're at one of our jobs, and I'll just introduce myself, oh, I'm one of the cleaners. She's like, yo, look, come on, man. Like, say, you know, I'm the owner of the company and this and that. And it's like, dude, like, I don't gain my fulfillment from what people think about me. You know? And I think the biggest takeaway from this is to just be authentic. Be who you are. You see, if you wanna play in the big leagues with all these big business guys, they don't care what you do. They don't care how much money you have. Some of them do. Granted, some of them are like that. But that's because they're still dealing with those problems too. What they care about is, yes, you're doing the work. You got your business, you're doing your thing. You're not like some piece of crap loser, you know. But what they care about is authenticity and being real and growing. So I mean, that's my advice to you guys. Don't focus on looking good in front of everyone. Be good. Don't focus on trying to look like you're up there with the guys you want to be with. Focus on getting there. And once you get there, you're going to be too busy to be even showing it off. Confidence and silence. Confidence is silent. Insecurities are loud. You guys have a good night.